Slovenians are the first in the European Union to enshrine human right to water in their constitution. Here, this abundant clean supplies are a public good managed by the state, not a market commodity. In 2014, the European Commission excluded water supply and water resources management from the European internal market rules. This move was propelled by the first successful European Citizens Initiative that raised more than 1 million signatures. In Slovenia, with the center-left party at the helm, the decision was made to go even further. 11 concerned citizens with different backgrounds and no financial backing called politicians to add water to the country's main document as fundamental right for all. More than 50,000 of their compatriots supported this idea.
It was for the people, a sincere and the most benevolent intention. We raised the question of the status of our drinkable water, as everyone needs drinkable water. People recognized in us fighters who aim for something good. It was the main reason why we succeeded.
In the end of 2016, the Parliament of Slovenia passed the bill preventing commercialization of water resources and proclaiming that they must be used primarily to supply citizens and households.
We have had very good environmental laws, even in socialist times. So there is a tradition of this on one side. On the other side, there is a fear of multinational companies. Because Slovenia is a very small country, we don't trust our governments to be able to resist the pressures of such multinational companies.
To explain the importance of the amendment, environmental law expert Masha Kovač-Dine refers to the study conducted by the Environmental Law Clinic and its students at the University of Ljubljana.
The right to water is a part of the right to life. It's a part of the right to dignity, to personal dignity. It's part of the right to a healthy environment, which we all already have in our constitutions. Adding it into the constitution, it means it's only more of a declaratory statement. It's more of a further confirmation that we really are going to respect the right to water.
None of the MPs voted against the popular reform, although the center-right opposition Slovenian Democratic Party abstained, calling the amendment unnecessary. Most Slovenian lawmakers stick to the idea that water is the life necessity and therefore should not be priced. The new legislation does not repeal the concessions granted by municipalities to companies, but strengthens existing restrictions.
No matter who will come to Slovenia try to do business, they will know that once we have problems with water supply, they will have to stop. And if they know that in the beginning, then they know what they are getting into, and therefore they cannot sue the state or anything like that, because the rules are now protected in the highest possible way.
The state, however, was sued by its citizens. Roma people, who constitute about 0.5% of the country's population, complain that for them the adopted amendment has changed nothing.
To get water, we must go to the local cemetery or the river. It's 2 kilometers from here. We also use jerry cans for the rainwater.
Local authorities point out that many Roma settlements are illegal, but human rights advocates at Amnesty International insist that the law obliges the state to provide each and everyone with access to water. With their help, 2 Roma families are preparing for the trial at the European Court of Justice that will take place next month.
The attempt of the government was really improper. They provided some water cisterns. They were not insulated, so the water froze in wintertime, and there has been no additional provision of water in 2017. So it was a nice try. We welcomed it, but in practice, it's not a solution.
The lawmakers admit that including the human right to water in the constitution was not a triumph of justice, but the beginning of the transformation of Slovenia's juridical system. Nevertheless, the deadline is already set. By April 2018, all legislative framework of the country should be put in accordance with its supreme law. Yaroslava Kutsai from Ljubljana for RFRL.